Okay, so this is showing bird air how it's supposed to be. Right now the bird air is off. And you can hear this is my new gantry setup, so the printer is like that's on it. And that it just turned on. So you hear the air, but no motor. It's on right now. Dead silent. That's how bird air should be. And this is a standard bird air kit pump, which is usually loud as hell. And I have a different pump that's actually more expensive and quieter on this one. And this is how I used to have it, and it's still pretty loud. I mean, it's still pretty quiet, but definitely louder. And it was with this little ring. But the thing is, if you reduce back pressure, you reduce the sound a lot, and you're also obviously increasing the flow. So if you have no intake on this, it makes a lot of noise. But running a very short little intake tube lowers the volume exponentially. And then having a TPU mount, which this is just one off Thingiverse that I modified to fit this 7mm tube, or 6ID. And then the regular kit comes with tubing that's this size for the full run. But when you look at the inside diameter, and then you compare it to the inside diameter of the blue tubing that I'm running, oh, it's over there. So this is an extreme mess because I was building, I had 3 Trudons set up here that I was working on the customers, and then an Ender 5 too. So that's the difference. They're the same on the OD, but the ID is almost double on the blue one. And then the length also, even with this larger ID, I can barely blow air through this. So that's why I only have that short run right there. This short run of half the ID I can blow through easier than this long run. So that's why people say, oh, it's just the ends nozzle size that matters, but that's not the truth. That does restrict your final flow. You'll never get over that, but that doesn't mean that as long as your tube is bigger than that, it doesn't matter for a long run. So the idea is you want the largest volume as long as you can. I might even run this full size all the way to the print head, but I gotta figure out the weight. So I mean, this thing is running right now, and that's how quiet it is. It's just like if I touch, you can hear the vibration, but I mean, that's the way bird air should be 100%. This is also with the tool board setup, which obviously, which is pretty cool. It has lights that flashed for the PWM on the heater, or the fans, like they all have individual lights on them, which is awesome. So you have the 24-volt power in VIN light, then you have your connection for CAN bus, and then you have your end stop lights, and then you also have your MOSFET with LEDs on it. And then Fleeg told me that you can connect the accelerometer to the pads on the bottom and bit bang instead of trying to hit the SPI pins off the legs on the chip, which is really, really hard to do. So I'm going to be doing that next, and I'm permanently installing that accelerometer that's mounted on the side right there. I'm going to take one of these. I might try to remove the chip and put it on, but I don't think I'm that good. So I'll probably just figure out some type of little mount or something, or just solder legs if I can get them to line up the right way. Solder it straight onto the pads on the bottom, and then have the accelerometer permanently mounted. But I wanted to show how silent this bird air is versus my original setup, which was way quieter than any video I ever found online. Once again, just and then back to here. And this actually cools better so far. because I'm just using the one large jet that's aimed right at the nozzle tip, and it cools like insane. Actually, I think I just delaminated. It might even be cooling too much.